Hi guys. The point of this video is I'm going to show you how I'm making my guided church jar on screen, and then I'm just going to kind of ramble a little bit as you decorate yours. So the idea is that we kind of decorate together more than you just sitting and watching a video because we want to create more than we consume. And if this helps you as a background to your creativity, I think that that's better than just sitting and watching me make something. But also you could totally watch and listen to this for ideas and then go do your own thing. But this is recorded in a way that it should be easier for you to sit and decorate with me. So let's get started. I am using letter beads, a mason jar, and ribbon, but you could do this with anything you want. As far as the jar is concerned, if you don't have one, you could use things like an old plastic jar from something you've used up. An envelope, I think, would be really cool. Like if you had one for each month and then put them together in like a little booklet or something. You could use a random box, an Altoid tin you decorated, and just put really tall, tiny notes inside. Yeah, you can use pretty much any vessel you want, like a bowl too. And then for decorating supplies, anything that you have on hand, magazine cutouts, paint, you could not decorate it if you felt like it. Um, I feel like you could use Sharpies on most surfaces to decorate. I don't know, I just be creative with it and don't worry about like I don't have this specific material so I can't do this because that's definitely not true. Um, I am taking the letter beads and spelling out a year of good things with two little heart beads on the end and then gluing them to my mason jar with E6000. Um, B6000 is also a cheaper alternative on Amazon and seems to have a pretty similar results. And you could also use super glue if you have that. I'm sure other adhesive mediums would work, but I haven't tried any of those out. Also, um, you can make it say whatever you want, nothing at all, up to you. I explained the idea behind a gratitude jar a little bit in my last video, but basically what I'm going to be using it as is at the end of every week. I think I'm going to pick Sundays just so I can put it as a reminder in my Google Calendar and not forget. I'm going to drop in a little note of something good or fun or something remotely positive that happened that week so that on New Year's Eve, at the end of the year, I get to dump out the jar and read about what an amazing year I've had. This could also be that you do it every day or every month or just whenever a good thing happens and you feel about it. I think personally that you should set a standard of time so that you're actually consistent about it. So you don't get in like a I meant to put it in every time a good thing happened and then I totally forgot about it. But like I had a burst for a month and then didn't do anything the rest of the year. But even if that happens, that's okay. Like the point of this doesn't have to be that you're perfect with it all throughout the year, every day or every week or whatever. Like you taking the time to watch this or sit down and decorate a jar or find a boring cardboard box and drop one note into it is contributing to you being a more grateful and happier person and trying to help yourself. And that's what matters. So if you're not consistent for a little bit, don't give up. Like you have time. And also, if you're finding this after the new year, start it. We don't have to wait until January 1st to start things. It's not necessary. Actually, you can do it whenever you want. But yeah, after the letter beads, I'm taking some ribbon that I got from Walmart, I think originally, but I've had in my house for a really long time. I'm taking the first piece and wrapping it around the jar and then tying a bow, but then after that, I'm just alternating blue and pink little bows and gluing them onto that same ribbon so it doesn't get too chunky. And just make sure that whatever you do, you take the lid on and off in between your steps or kind of regularly so that you can make sure it will still close and open as you want. You haven't accidentally glued the lid on, or you haven't actually glued something so that the lid won't go on, because it would really suck to put a bunch of time into it. You don't have to decorate a drawer, but I think you should, because putting that sort of energy and effort into it, I think will motivate you throughout the year, right? So, like, instead of just, oh, it's the thing I have to do, it's like a pretty little thing that's in your room and it brings you joy, which is the goal for the end of this anyway. If you do make one of these, let me know. Drop a picture of it in the comments. I think that this is such a cute idea, and I'm really interested to see what everyone's take on this is, because I made mine a little simpler because I wasn't totally feeling it today, but I think you could do some really amazing things with it. And at the end of the year, I'm gonna post me dumping out my jar. Um, yeah, and I think that'll be really fun and a really good exercise. Also, if you don't have to wait till the end of the year or the end of whatever period of time you're gonna do this for to dump out the jar. Like, if you're feeling a little down, a little imposter syndrome, dump it out. Look at what you've done and what you've accomplished. And don't just, you don't have to wait till the end of the year to feel good about your accomplishments either. And I feel like that's really important. Yeah, I thought about using some random stars to decorate it, and then I thought maybe it was too much, so I quit. But go as maximalist as you want. Rhinestone this thing out, bling this thing out. Do what you want, and make it 1,000% yours. This is like, I feel like this is also a really good substitute for people who aren't good at journaling consistently or don't like keeping a journal, because it's the same sort of like memory keeping and filling your space with positive things, because your brain really likes to focus on the negative things. And so if you can fill your space with positive things, it helps, and like your brain with positive thoughts. And then it just helps you be more positive in life. This is what my final project looks like. Please share in the comments if you make one what your final project looks like. I'm so excited to see what this does for everyone.